Hello and welcome to day 10 of our third grade math review. As always, we are looking at the 2017 Release Start Test. This is day 10 out of 12. And so let's take a look at area. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Just two small problems, both dealing with area. So we have a model of a rectangular bulletin board as shown. The top row has been divided into squares of equal size. So you see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across here. The rest of the model will also be divided into squares of equal size. What is the area of square units? And the reason they drew this was because when we're looking at areas, I'm just going to draw these lines all the way down. We're just going to pretend these go all the way down. Area is actually simply imaginary squares inside of shapes. And so we're trying to count how many little squares. Now they have to be perfect squares, same size, same shape on each side. They can't be rectangles. And how many of those little squares can you fit? And that's going to be the area. So another thing we need to keep in mind is that eventually we're going to start using an equation for area. So there's many different ways to write it, but one way we can say is length times the width. Right? So we've got 5 across, so we have a length of 5, and then we've got 3 rows of 5, right? So we could say our area is going to equal 5 squares times 3 rows of squares. So that's going to get us 15 squares. So eventually, we're going to be able to see something that looks like this. We're going to say it's 5 inches across, 3 inches down, and you're going to have to be able to say, okay, so that's 15 square inches. That little 2 means square inches without the actual squares in there. But in third grade, you're always going to see the squares. So if we just wanted to double check, we could write these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because this is can be confusing. You don't want to confuse perimeter, which is the outside, and area, which is the inside. So in third grade, we're going to have these squares to look at. Then fourth grade and above, they're going to give us something like this. And we're just going to have to imagine that the squares are in there. So our answer is going to be this 15 square units. So let's look at this second one here. Just two problems today, but it's also an area problem. And as you can see, the only way that they're going to try to make it tricky is they're never going to finish out the squares. Now there are way too many squares here for me to try to draw each of these little squares, and if you get all your lines get all curvy, you're going to miss it. So let's not try to do that. Let's do what I said we could do. Area equals, I'm just going to say length times width. Let's see if we can figure out the area on these, because we need to find the areas, all the rectangles, and look at all these. The answers are V, W, X, Y, and Z, X and Y, Y and Z. So we need to find the ones that have 36. That's a tricky one. So let's see if we can count how many across. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're counting down, you also count that top row that you've already counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 times 6. And so 6 times 6, that's going to be 36. So this is a good one. I'm going to go ahead and put a circle on V because we want 36. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 across. For W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 times 6, nope, too big. 72, so I don't need that one. Let's see, X is 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down, 4 times 9 is 36. So that's a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 across for Y. 3 down, so that's going to be 36. So Y is a good one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 and 8. 80. That is not going to work. So it looks like I've got 3 of these circles. It's going to be V, X, and Y, which means our answer is going to be J here. But we had to solve all of them. And even though we've got the squares, let's go ahead and start using this length times width equation. So that's it for today. If you would like to see what's coming up tomorrow in day 11, make sure to check out my website at aarondaffern.com.